Special day, and obviously we had an opportunity, just so that you all know, we had all of these individuals and some who aren't here now to hear some of the messages associated with the challenges that we're really facing relative to the enormous number of seniors that are going to be entering that status in the years ahead. So we heard some astronomical numbers, somewhere along the lines of like 10,000 individuals per day for the next 18 years are going to be entering this senior status. And they're going to be putting a pretty significant, shall we say, strain on the infrastructure to provide affordable housing and to provide some quality health care. And so part of what this panel was about yesterday was really bringing these leaders together who are all facing this, who all feel a shared purpose and mission around this, to both hear the issue, so at least we had an opportunity to do that, and then go beyond just hearing it, but actually starting to share their perspective. And then we spent some time listening. There's a lot of time yesterday that was around listening, sharing and listening. And then we innovated. We really talked about what are the things that we could possibly do to address this issue. What are some of the things that we felt that we could do to actually advance some of those ideas? And if you look over in the corner on the peripheral, these are the actual visual representation of both the issue and also the barriers and some of the strengths that we have to actually leverage. And then ultimately some thoughts around the solutions and things that we could do. So it's a great visual map that we'll be able to use going forward. Interesting enough, we ended on a really big question, and that was, what's the role of leaders? What's the role of leaders in this space of trying to advance some of what was defined yesterday in terms of the innovation? And how can we lead differently in order to really address what is the tsunami that's coming in terms of change and our ability to manage just an incredible number of people who are going to be entering the system that are going to need help? So with that, we thought today, as you had talked about, Stephen, is about the how. And getting your perspective, because each of you have some familiarity with this topic of whether we call it shared leadership or call it servant leadership or call it serving leadership. We all have, there's different names, but ultimately each of you have had some role in this space. And so we really were looking to gain some additional insight and knowledge from your expertise and also from those of you who've been practitioners, just your experience. Fair enough? Makes sense to everybody? Great. Makes sense to everybody? Very good.